Okay, hi there YouTube friends and subscribers. I just want to say right off the bat, what I'm going to show you today is a test. It's a test of me experimenting getting 240 volts AC out of my 120 volt AC 4000 watt Samlex 4024 inverter. I've hooked this inverter up per the white papers on the Samlex website. I'm using a 5 kV 120 to 240 amp transformer. The wall you see behind me is going to be the power wall. It's a work in progress, so I know it's not correct. Once again, I want to share with you, I am not an electrician. I don't even play one on TV. This is not a how-to video. I'm merely sharing an experiment live. I'm going to show you how I did it, and we're going to try to run my well pump off it, which it should do. Other than the fact that my batteries are totally shot. Now they just went into float mode. It's about 2:30. We're going to see what happens. Okay, so this is not a how-to video. It's not a how I did it. This is a test video only. I'm running a test. Do not attempt this on yourself. Don't try this at home. This is totally on me. It's a test I'm doing for myself. I'm just sharing the experiment. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, here comes an explanation of what I've done. I've got power from the inverter coming out through here. I know the wall's a mess. It's not done. I'm changing it every day. I've got about 2,000 watts of solar outside hooked up temporarily. What I did was I took this line, I ran it into this top disconnect box. I got these on Amazon, 18 bucks a piece. I got the old slope burn 30 amp screw-in fuses in them. When you push this lever up, it livens this upper box so I can plug stuff in. I've been running my freezer lights here in the shop, the chop saw, LED fluorescent LED lights I have, 4-foot LED lights. This secondary switch over here, get this cord out of the way, when you turn this on, the bottom part of this box is on. When I flip this lever up, you'll hear this transformer here hum. This transformer here takes the 120 volts out, brings it out through here down into this oversized meter box because that's what I had. And I got a 30 amp breaker coming out because that's what I had. Again, it's not correct. And this is a 20 amp plug, 220, 240 volts. This goes to my well pump. I've been running it off the generator. Now in a minute, I'm going to grab the camera off the stand. I'm going to flip this up. This meter tests out at the amp clamp tests out at about 3 amps, 3.2 amps, which should come out to 360 watts of draw off my inverter doing absolutely nothing. That's why I did the double disconnect, so I don't have to run this non-stop. I just need it for my well pump. And for some reason, this right now is showing 107 watts. It's basically running the deep freeze that's been off all day. And when I turn that transformer on, it only shows a pull of like 40 watts, which can't be correct because the math doesn't work. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to flip the lever. Hopefully I'm in frame. And I'll come back and I'll get the camera. So here we go. Maybe you can see this. I don't know. It says 106 right now. There's the transformer buzzing. It just went up to 195, 183. 178. Now I'm going to try to pick up my broken tripod. And down here on the amp clamp, hopefully you can see that, it's 3.2 amps coming in at 120 to make this box hot. And up top, I really can't adjust this camera, I'm sorry. But I've tested it out with this meter, and I can't do it and hold the camera at the same time. I've got like 230 to 242 volts on those two legs. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch this breaker. 220 comes out to this outlet. This plug is the plug I've been running it with the well pump with my generator. And it just comes through here. And it goes over to the pressure relief valve, which now is at about 28 pounds. So it should turn on. You're not going to hear it turn on. The pump's almost 200 foot underground. But we should be able to see the dial go. And we should be able to see power coming out of the inverter. So here goes. I haven't done it before. This is the first test. And we're going to see what happens. So here we go. Here goes nothing. Hopefully it works. Hopefully. It may trip the inverter. I think it's going to suck them batteries I have down to nothing. That's what I think is going to happen. I don't know if you can see that. All right, here we go. 3,400 watts, 2,200 watts, 2216. Let's see what's happening. Am I pumping? Yes, I am. I'm pumping. Okay, let me get the camera. It works. It's working. It's a success. I'll show you on the pressure gauge. Now, again, I apologize. I got this on a broken tripod. See what's going up? It was at 28. Now it's going to 40. You can feel it in the pipes. I can hear the water going through the filter. So there it is. It's 40. If this fills this 52-gallon tank, I'm going to be so pleased because I won't have to run my generator. Again, this is the first time. I swear I have not done this. I didn't know if it was going to be a total failure or if it was going to work. Now this should shut off at about 50 pounds, which is coming up pretty quick. So that inverter, you saw the inverter pull out about 3,500 watts to kick it off, and she's doing it. Let's see if I can see what the amp clamp's saying right now. 22.8 amps at 120 volts. Again, I apologize for the camera. She's on a broken tripod. There it is. All right, it just turned off. Okay. Here we are again. Again, you're witnessing a live test. This is actually happening. All right, see, it's 3.1. Now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to cut it off. There you go. 0. So now this is disconnected. You can shut it off completely with the breaker. And that was a success. So that's about 3 half days of work, not 3.5 days, about 3 half days in between everything else I got going on. I just cannot keep up with all the things that are going on here. And I still have 120 volts coming out of this 4-gang box up here because this lever is on. And that transformer, once again, won't come on unless I lift this up. And that's how I got away from it using 380 watts all the time, even though the inverter panel only shows it using like 40 watts. There's a million things going on. I've been running that chop saw. There's lights back here, skill saws. Everything's been running off solar. My neighbor's been pretty impressed. Old Captain Kirk. Okay, so that concludes the experiment. It worked. Try to give you a shot. Again, I can't get the damn camera down, but it's an Acme Electric general purpose transformer. It's a T279744S, and depending on how you hook it up, it will take 120, 208, 240, or 277 volts in and put out 240 volts out. 120, 240 split phase, depending on how you connect your wiring down here. It's a little complicated, but you can do it. Okay, that concludes the test. It was a success. Once again, that was done out of the Samlex white papers on samlex.com. They told you exactly how to hook that transformer up to get 240 split phase power out of your Samlex 4024 inverter, or any inverter really. You just have to size your transformer correctly. The white paper said to use 25% larger than the inverter, so that's a 4,000 watt inverter. Therefore, I got a 5,000 watt transformer, because that inverter will surge to about 6,000. Okay, that concludes it. I hope you enjoyed my little experiment. Nobody died, including me, which is very important. And I'll be back with more. That's it for now. Over and out.